I'm Sam Mysinger, retired U.S. Army Airborne Infantry Special Ops Instructor. I speak Spanish, German, and Italian. Three beautiful daughters, three grandsons, very proud of, and two puppies. Just a quick introduction to myself. As far as the new jail, you've heard it from the best. We need a new jail, but it's a county commissioner question. They've been talking about a new jail since I hired him almost 17 years ago. So, the new location, I believe it needs to stay right where it's at. You have access to communities, or to the courts, the tunnels, and the idea of transporting inmates by any of the means, bus, it's a high risk. It puts the safety of the officers, the inmates, and the general public at risk. Personnel costs. $6.6 million is what we're paying in overtime. $6.6 million is what we're paying in overtime. They've had a quasi-hiring freeze for some time with the anticipation of putting a new jail with minimum officers, minimum staffing. They're talking about a modular jail where an officer will watch up to 52 inmates. As someone who has done the job, I'm telling you that's both unsafe and ridiculous. Opioid crisis. I think Sheriff Tharp doing an excellent job with the DART program. I'd like to see it expanded though, with 3 to 4 officers designated to special victims to address sex trafficking and human trafficking. Because Toledo's a hub for it. Criminal justice reform. I'm not a big, will rub fuzzy kittens on people kind of guy. First, it can be done, but I think the issue is with our judges. A lot of responsibility lies with our judges. Any court judge enacted a Rule 22. Says that felony drug users or felony drug charges basically have a revolving door. They did this after the citizens voted no against issue 2 last year, or the last election. You have a better chance of staying the weekend in the jail with an Oregon fishing warrant than you do with felony drug charges, and I think the responsibility lies with the municipal court judges. Marijuana. Well, it is a gateway drug. That's definitely true. It's a gateway drug, but I think we're, as a country, losing the war. So I would go as far as to say legalize it, tax it, and use those funds for your programs, your street repairs, your force, body cams. Body cams go a long way as cutting down excessive force. I've been charged with excessive force because I actually work. It is what it is, part of the job. Racism, I have zero tolerance for racism, zero tolerance. And I'd like to open it up to questions.
So we can start with the one from our member who texted it in earlier. The nonviolent offenses, do you group them the same as the violent offenses? Do you have a different part of the jail for them? We got the county commissioner thing, yes, and I just want to point out, we'll add some to your time. We did have county commissioners at our forum 2 years ago. This year it was such a competitive and interesting race for sheriff. We wanted to have you guys here instead. But again, that question, again, I'll add a minute to your time. Nonviolent offenses, is there a difference? Is there something else we should be doing? He was pretty vague in the questions.
Well, I think it can be helped through segregation. Have by your housing units. They're broken down by, generally speaking, your nonviolent offenders. You know, they're going to dorm type setting because they're obviously not hardened criminals, but segregation.
So I have a political question. So you're the only independent here tonight. You won't even be on the primary ballot. You'll skip to the general election.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be on the ballot November 3rd versus the Republican and the Democrat that win. Only Republican, so I assume he'll be on there as well.
I can get someone to vote for me.
Yeah, one vote. There it is. So is there a reason you chose to be independent? Are you affiliated with either party in day-to-day life?
Idealistically, I tend to lean more Republican, but I've always believed in being your own person. So I'm independent.
So you want to expand the dark program, go into human trafficking and
Human trafficking and sex trafficking, which Toledo is a hub for.
how exactly would you go about, like where do you start with that?
You start with coordinating with Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Wood County, because most of your truck stops where the crimes are committed or people are trafficked. Most of the truck stops are in outlying areas, so it's not a city of Toledo problem. It's a county problem.
Is it Lucas County or
It's
does it
Lucas
encompass
County.
Wood as well?
Lucas County,
Lucas.
but you coordinate with your surrounding areas, your surrounding councils, your surrounding areas to cover the truck stops, the dive bars, you know, that are outside of the city of Toledo itself. I think the county commissioners did a grave injustice to the community when they classified drug abuse as a mental illness. That allowed them to pour funds from the mental health side of the facility to take care of the opioid addiction. In doing so, you have mentally ill people wandering the streets, getting arrested 3-4 times a week for criminal trespassing. It's just a shame, but it's a reality. So, back to the commissioners, that's where that lies. Any other questions?
So I have another one. I have a lot of questions. Just a loaded gun here. Toledo right now is going through this whole regional phase. Is there anything in mind when it comes to Lucas County Sheriff Department working with Toledo Police Department, Oregon Police Department, anything like that? Is there anything regionally that needs to be happening more that you know of, or anything you would like to do if you were sheriff?
No, no,
You think they should remain separate?
excuse me?
You think they should remain pretty separate, jurisdiction-wise?
Yeah. Also, one of my big things is I want to meet with community religious leaders and reach out, do a risk assessment on their synagogues, mosques, churches, you know. And, there are grants, the professional active shooter system grants. There are grants available to fund these. Reach out to the community and forming risk assessment plans for each church, so our people are safe on Sundays, keeping the community at large. And I'd like to see an increase of 20% CCWs. That's why I stand on the Second Amendment.
Excuse me, what is the CCW?
Because concealed carry. Concealed carry permit.
So you're promoting more people getting that?
Yes. Yes, law-abiding citizens should have the right to protect themselves and the ability to protect the community and churches.
Shoot my foot off.
You shoot your foot out. When we get some marksmanship training, then that, and along with some gun safety training.
About 9 minutes left, again, up to you. If you want to talk more, you can, whatever you want.
You
There are a few words.
talked about increase in CCWs. I have a coworker, her house was broken into not too long ago, and she asked me, how should she protect herself? And she went and got a CCW, and she said she got a gun, doesn't know what caliber it is, doesn't know if she had a bag of bullets for it, and that was the training she got from her CCW class. So I guess what I'm getting at here is there something we need to address with the CCW program? I don't have one, I don't exactly know how it works, but I'm pretty sure
Well, it sounds like she needs some more
that's not how it's
thorough and extensive training in marksmanship and range safety. But she has no clue of the weapon she bought.
She told me it was a 9mm and then was talking about a 357. And I was like, okay. And so, I'm not familiar with the CCWs here in Ohio, but is that an issue that might be coming around here? Like, what's actually being taught in CCWs? I mean, arming people is great. I think I actually know what they're doing.
Well, it's always recommended that once you take your CCW classes, you spend religiously, like he was saying, you gotta go to the range, you've got to train for that muscle memory, you've got to dedicate some time to go to the range and get proficient with the weapon you use. Because you're right, it's ridiculous, or it does you no good to have a weapon if you don't know how to use it.
Thank you, Mr. Mysinger.